Yeah,
I need to know that you're willing to do some type of the work and pick up some type of the load rather than just say, okay, here you go.
I don't know what to do.
Or I don't care, just get it done.
Yeah.
Because a lot of men feel sometimes they become slaves to their relationship or slaves in the relationship.
What is that? Damn, that's two things, right?
Yeah, well,
Slaves to the relationship and slaves in
in
a
a
relationship.
relationship, yeah. So, realistically, when they're the only ones that are doing the burden of the work, and I'm not talking about just finances. I'm talking about in everything. Like I'll be transparent. I had a fight with my girl because, and we didn't talk to each other for nearly a week in the same house.
How?
Because what happened was I was on a tour. I came off of a tour, and that Sunday I was exhausted. I filmed Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday I took a chill day, but I still didn't take a chill day because I'm present in my house. I'm a great father, so I play with both kids all damn day. And I felt like I should do that because she was watching the kids while I was filming. This is your break. I got this. So then when Monday comes around, you know, she goes to work. They so happen to have off from school, right? So I'm still with them, even though my mom did take them for a couple hours,
Kids get
right?
breaks.
So I'm still with them. She comes home from work. I'm like, don't worry about it. She goes to bed at 8 o'clock. I'm with the kids from there till they're put to sleep around 9, 10. So when Tuesday come around, now I'm exhausted because at that point in time, right? I'm not gonna lie, I was tapping out. Like I was all I could do, right? Like I had no more energy. I was exhausted, and I'm like, yo, I just need to rest. I did most of the work. She's already tired. Once you wash her hair, it's gonna take you 10 minutes. She's gonna fall asleep with me, right? My daughter goes to sleep in my arms most nights. So can you just pick up this one piece that I'm asking you, right?
But she
Did you
was
say it
probably
like that,
just
Rico?
tired.
I did say initially yes.
Oh, okay.
I
I
was
was
about to
just
say,
wondering.
honestly,
Initially,
where
yes,
you're coming
and then
from. Like,
and
I
then
know exactly how
what
you feel.
ended up happening was it
Mhm.
still wasn't resonating, and when it still wasn't resonating, that's when I was like, "Yo, the simple fact that for me, and this is what I'm saying, I felt like a slave in my relationship because, like I said, there's a lot of guys who I know or don't know but know of who are not doing both sides. They're not being the dad and they're not being the provider. I'm doing both, right? And I'm taking off a lot of burden for you. I'm considering that you were with the kids while I was at work. So now I'm taking the burden of the kids so then you can kind of relax and rest before you go back to work. Right? This is my fine line of balance. Um, and when I realized it wasn't being able to be processed, that's when I realized that I was the only one that was kind of all in. So when I felt like that, I immediately I rejected it. I refused to digest it in a healthy manner because I was like, okay, you don't understand. After I said this the nice way, fuck it. I had to start bugging.
Spazzed out.
Yeah, I spazzed out, and the way I spazzed out then became a situation. It's like you don't got to talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
Should have just took a nap.
but she's a Gemini. Them signs don't ever right. So what ended up happening
That
was.
side?
So,
And I knew she was gonna be on here too. I'm like, you talk all this shit. I know she's still on here.
But she knows though, because we tell our sides. But more of the story is when a guy feels like he's overexerting and overexuding and he's doing everything he can and he just wants you, especially when majority of the situations come up and he's like, yo, chill. When there's one situation is like, yo, I'm giving you carry the bread in the house. And you're like, why don't you carry the bread? It's like, come on, bro. This is the lightest of all the bags.
Wait. Who? Question.
Yes.
Who went to go get the groceries?
I got the groceries.
You went in like
You
you
did
drove
you did the shopping?
I drove. No, we did the shopping together. But I drove. We did the shopping together. I packed it up. I brought them all in the house. And I'm like, all right, cool. Just bring and you're like, go back downstairs and get the bread. It's like, wait, time out. Hold on. So.
To me, it kind of seems like you guys have a little bit of a power construct in your house. It's like, okay, well, who's going to do this? Because I do this, so I think you should do this kind of situation going on. Because why are we arguing about who's going to get the bread?
No, it's not about
if you're closer to where the bread is,
no, we're both
get the bread.
Nah, it's not even about that. Nah, it don't work that way. Like, it don't work that way. But my thing is this, and I say this all the time because I realize that there's not a lot of good men out there, okay? It took me a long time to realize that there's not When I say good men, I mean men that's capable of doing everything in terms of in and outside of the house. A lot of men can only fathom or can only possess the capacity for one job. So if you have a man, women, ladies, if you have a man who can do both, you owe him a little bit more grace than you do the one that's only one-sided.
All right,
You
so I
should
want to.
give-
That's
you
all I'm
should
saying.
give him a little
All right,
bit
so
more
guys,
grace.
I
Not
gotta
That's
you
say-
it.
owe
That's
him.
it. That's all I'm saying.
Aaron,
Meanwhile, a woman's doing 7 jobs at the same time. Lord, what grace is she having?
Well, I mean, no, I mean,
she gets grace.
I think that
Okay.
it's Rico's trying to say that, like, just pay attention. Like,
I do
we
agree.
should give men a little bit more grace. Not that we owe them a little bit. I feel like
no.
the owing.
Why is it more grace?
She said, "Give him grace to just
I
as
said,
much."
no,
as
I'm
they give
just trying to rephrase what Rico said without the owing part
Oh.
because
us. Oh yeah.
Why-
I didn't like that he said that we
Yeah,
owe
but, like,
men more grace.
yo, all right, we're not gonna get into semantics on
We're not gonna get
etymology.
into
Yeah, we're
that.
not.
So
I
guys-
just that's why I
Semantics
simply
are important.
rephrased.
Words are important. They all have meanings.
No, exactly. I said it right.
It's like, let's get into
She
it.
just didn't
Right.
like it, but I said
got-
it right.
When you dating with a purpose, should you incorporate that you're possibly dating the person that's meant to be the most important person in your life?
I'm
I
a
get
little
it.
confused with having to connect my purpose because if I'm dating with a purpose and I know that you are somebody I want to continue life with, yes, I'm going to make sure that you're the most important person in my life. And even if we're not there yet, I feel like that's how I set my mind up so that I know this is like I'm all in. You know, this is somebody I'm going to want to have kids with. This is somebody I'm going to want to spend my life with. This is someone who I'm going to have to put before everyone anyway. Me, I know that how I've ran my relationships in the past is I go fully off love. Like if I love you and I have that feeling for you, like I tell people like I know when I'm like in love with somebody, when I get that pit feeling like in my heart, drop down to my stomach kind of feeling. And I'm just like, yeah, I gotta pursue that. Like I gotta, like
Some
I
good
know.
weed will do that too.
And Casamigos.
I'll be like, I know I want that person, and I know I want to try things out with that person. But sometimes it's not enough, and that's when dating with a purpose comes into it. But I feel like also relying on love also plays a part as well, because I think the last thing of what you said was if you don't rely with the purpose, or I don't know what exactly, how did you phrase it?
Because we're dating with a purpose, so we're on a road to something. So the road we're on a road for you to be the most important person in my life.
That's what I'm thinking
like the
is like
Titanic.
scary about it.
Different.
And this is what I'm trying to get into. Why I feel like love has to play a part in it, because it's just like it's very good when two people go well together, and you know we share the same purpose, and you know we make a good business team, or you know whatever. But it's just like it's just me and you. Are you saving me from the sinking boat? Like, sure, but is there love there? And I feel like love has to be there to.
It could only be love.
I don't think so. I don't think it's love or nothing else. I feel like it has to be some love, some purpose.
Yes, a mix.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the love definitely first.
Look, this is my thing. I
Okay.
think, and I've said this a million times. Like, love is important, but so are so many other things
Yeah,
in a
I agree
relationship.
with that. Love is important, but it's not enough.
Yeah, it's not. Just like finances alone is not enough.
It's not.
Just
yeah.
like somebody having domestic capabilities is not enough. Like it's all one, like it's a pie chart. You know what I mean? Like each slice of pie has its own, based on what your desires and needs and wants are, has its own like percentage assigned to it. You know, and some people might need more love. You know, somebody like me, I need somebody who is going to be my friend, because when things are bad, the love isn't going to help me. The love isn't going to help Aaron Campbell. Can I sit here and crack a joke with you? Can we drink a beer? Can we go eat some crawfish? You know, can we go to a comedy show? Like real friendship. Because think how many times you got into it with your friends. They're still your friends.
Sometimes.
You know what I mean?
I be losing.
No, but that's what I'm talking about. The friends that you're at,
That's the problem.
that you've gotten into it with,
It's
and
you.
they're still your friends.
I mean, I
You know,
I
like
didn't say no.
these are the people that you choose to be your family.
Right.
Like your friends, your good friends, are your family that you actually get the opportunity and
The option
privilege
to
to
choose.
select.
Correct.
You get to pick them, and that's the same thing when it comes down to picking a spouse. You have to pick somebody who feels like that biggest void. And for me, I'm gonna need a friend. And I told y'all, my end game when I get married, I am married, but like my end game is being married. I don't want to be 76 years old with no companion. I want somebody I can sit up and run a joke with, talk about our social security checks, go log online and look
If
at my
you weren't-
IRA.
Like, would you
Like-
still like this person if you weren't dating him in a relationship? Is this
Exactly.
someone that you could like? Even if I weren't with you in a relationship, would I like you enough to
Exactly.
hang out with you?
That's exactly.
And if you
it.
can't say yes, then you might have
Maybe
to
you
do
gotta
some
go.
kind of self-reflection. Like, I like you
Yep.
as a person, because the sex isn't going to be enough at one point. Love isn't going to be enough. But when I tell you, when you like someone, you're willing to go the extra mile for that person.
You're willing to
'cause
fight.
you really are.
That's the fight.
You know what? But
That's where the fight comes in.
you know,
I
I
like
think,
you.
something that I've taken away from this conversation, and also looked at my own life and reflected. Aaron, you're one of them too. Aaron is a person who, all the women that I've ever encountered, I would say 95 of them didn't have a purpose, and even if they might have a desire, they didn't know their purpose, so they weren't able to iterate it. The reason why I'm in a relationship right now is because she came to me with her purpose. I'm not doing this just to do this. I like you. I want to be with you. What are your intentions on your life?